fasten your seatbelts. This is going to um, change your life. So let's do it. Enagic, that's the name of the company we're going to talk about tonight. It's a Japanese company, 100% private, debt-free. Matter of fact, it's been in business for almost 4 decades, a little over 4 decades. And the technology that they've developed is a very unique technology that is able to alter ordinary tap water and make it into a very healthy, very alkaline, and a very powerful antioxidant right there in your kitchen. So we're going to talk about some of the benefits of this amazing product, and we're going to show you how you can take advantage of being at the right place at the right time with the right opportunity. So let's go ahead and start. If you have a moment, you can do research on miracle water, alkaline water, holy water, whatever you want to call it. There's tons of research that has been done on these particular waters that have shown to help people with many, many different health issues. And one of the ones that I was first familiar with was the Hunza tribe near the mountains of Tibet. These particular people group live into their into their hundreds, 110, 120, even up to 140 years of age, and they have an extremely low incidence of cancer, almost nothing of diabetes like we hear here in the West. It's just amazing how healthy these people are, even with the limited technology they have. But they found out that it's because of the type of water that they drink. So a few places in the world have this type of water. Telacote, Mexico, like you see on the screen. Lourdes, France. Nordau, Germany. There's about 5 or 6 places in the world that has extremely alkaline water, and we'll talk about why that's so beneficial here. So in the 70s, Enagic was born. 1974 was established and privately held. It's an original equipment manufacturer, means that it does not outsource anything. Everything is made in-house. Every circuit, every chip, every ionizer, everything that they make is in-house. Rated A by the Better Business Bureau, and we have offices all over the world. We are expanding at an incredible rate, and we're really excited about what Enagic has done in the past few years. We are endorsed by over 6,600 physicians in Japan, and we're really excited about what is happening with people and how they're benefiting from this amazing technology. The certifications that we have are numerous. I won't take time in this video to talk about all of them, but just so you are aware that Enagic is the gold standard. Nobody can even come close to the level of accolades that Enagic has achieved. Their ISO certifications speak for themselves. Environmental compliance, manufacturing compliance, and even medical grade certification, which is the ISO 13485. Of course, most people may not be familiar with these type of certification, but I will tell you, for those who know, Enagic is in a class of its own. So we're really excited about that. Recently, we were awarded the Water Quality Association Gold Seal. Enagic is the only ionizer manufacturer on the planet that has this gold seal. And so we're really excited about that. And because of this seal, now you're finding our technology pop up in restaurants, hotels, schools, senior care centers. I mean, everywhere. And it's unbelievable how people are now looking for our product because of the level of quality and because of the name that Enagic has made for itself. So here you're looking at a screenshot of some of our products. Enagic prides itself on making the best water ionizers in the world. We have different size machines. They range in price and in functions, but we have something to meet everybody's needs. We also make a relatively new product line of supplements. It's called the Kangen, which is based off of turmeric. It's a very healthy, powerful antioxidant. But the presentation that you're about to watch is going to focus on our flagship product, which is the newly released Kangen 8 water ionizer. Now, this particular device makes 7 different types of water. Not all of them are for drinking. There's different water for different applications, but here we'll talk about a few of those. You have your drinking water, which is very healthy, very alkaline, and it comes in 3 different settings. We also have neutral water, which has a pH of 7.0. We have water for your skin, which is a water-based toner. It's 5.5 pH. It's extremely beneficial for dry skin, eczema, acne, psoriasis. It's a very safe water. There's no chemicals in it. And then we have 2 very special waters, which is the strong Kangen 11.5 pH and the strong acidic 2.5. And we'll explain some of the benefits in those waters in a moment. The K8 is a universal power machine. It can go to any country. It'll automatically switch voltage from 110 to 220. Basically, it's a global machine. It speaks in 8 languages, and it has 8 solid platinum-coated titanium plates. And so this is the iPhone 6, I guess, of our product line. It has a very sophisticated onboard computer. It shows you how to take care of the machine. It has an onboard tutorial how to do the regular maintenance. It's once again, it speaks in 8 languages. It's very intuitive and very easy to use, and it's a little bit more efficient when it comes to producing the water than our other machines. So it is a wonderful, wonderful piece of technology. We're going to talk about the properties of the water just so you have a good understanding of what Kangen water is. Some of you may have not heard of alkaline water. I have. Matter of fact, I knew about the benefits of alkaline when a friend of mine many years ago was diagnosed with a very serious health issue, and he was told to switch to an alkaline diet. But Kangen water is not just alkaline water. It has 3 very unique properties, and I just want to highlight those quickly. The first one is the antioxidation property. It's a very powerful antioxidant. It will basically help to eliminate the toxins in the body. It's a free radical scavenger. It basically goes in, it cleanses the body on a cellular level, and it's a very strong, very potent antioxidant. The second characteristic is that it's a restructured water. It's very easy to drink, very smooth, very light, and not only is it easier to drink than regular water, but because of its smaller size, it's able to hydrate your body on a cellular level, and it's able to cleanse basically every square inch of your body. So when you drink Kangen water, you will absolutely feel the difference because it goes in and it takes care of business. So you're going to see an amazing improvement in your health. You may lose some body weight, some body fat. Your skin will clear up. I mean, so many things. You'll feel more energy. A lot of it has to do with these properties that you're looking at. And of course, the third one is the alkaline or the pH balance of the water. So those are the 3 characteristics. Let's talk about the ORP quickly. ORP stands for oxidation reduction potential. Now, what does that mean? Well, we all know that we're aging, we're oxidizing. Your skin is aging, your cells are aging. Even if you cut an apple in half, after a few minutes, it starts to rust. You start to see it brown. That's called the oxidation process. And when it happens to our body, well, that ultimately is what causes sickness and disease. So look at this example of how powerful the antioxidant property is of Kangen water. Here you're looking at a photo of our founder, Mr. Oshiro. He's on the left-hand side. And then you see his business advisor, Mr. Mahara, on the right-hand side. Now, most people who look at this photo would say that these gentlemen are probably about 15 to 20 years difference in age. Some people have told me that Mr. Oshiro looks like he's in his 50s, and other people have said that Mr. Mahara looks like he's maybe in his 70s, maybe even early 80s. Well, the reality is that they are both the exact same age. You want to take a wild guess which of these 2 drinks a lot of Kangen water? Well, you guessed it. The gentleman on the left, Mr. Oshiro, he's been drinking this water for decades. He drinks to the tune of 3 to 4 liters a day. Extremely energetic man. His skin is amazing. I've seen him on several occasions, and it's just tremendous how young he looks in person. And you can ask him a secret. He drinks Kangen water. And so we tell people the proof is in the pudding. Well, in this case, it's the water. So the ORP, or the oxidation reduction potential of Kangen water, is unbelievable. Just so you can understand how powerful it is, here you're looking at an ORP chart. And basically what scientists have discovered is that the things that we ingest, the beverages we ingest, they can either speed up aging, that's why you see that positive sign, or they can slow down aging. That's what's called a minus or a negative ORP. Some people may call this type of water reduced water or redox potential. What it means is that it can slow down that oxidation process. And so if you notice on the far right hand corner, you see soda pop. Well, they've measured the ORP on soda, and they've seen it's anywhere from 3 to as high as 500 on the ORP. Sport drinks as well, they're very high, very oxidative. But even bottled water, can you believe that? I was always under the impression that bottled water was safe, and I thought it was a lot healthier, obviously, than soda. But even bottled water, most of the waters we've tested are anywhere from the 2 to 300 range on the ORP scale. Now, what's interesting with Kangen water, just so you see the in relation to other antioxidants, fresh vitamin C, like a fresh orange juice, is going to be about a -50. Green tea, which many people know is an antioxidant, will be about a -100. Remember, negative slows down aging, positive speeds up aging. So what we want to do, we want to slow down the aging. Well, if you look at Kangen water all the way on the left, it's anywhere from a -400 to as low as a -800. So you want to talk about some major antioxidant power. There's nothing like Kangen water. And I got to tell you, I've been working with this project for several years now, and people come to me every day with some kind of antioxidant juice, some antioxidant coffee, some berry, some pill, some powder, and they bring it and we test it, and they are blown away how Kangen water, when it comes right from the machine, I'm talking about, within a few minutes, because you don't want this water to sit over time. It's going to lose its power, just like everything else. It ages. That apple ages. The orange juice, obviously, you got to drink it fresh, or else it'll taste nasty. My point is that Kangen water is meant to be consumed fresh. That's why we don't sell it at the grocery store, because it'd be flat by the time it even shows up on the shelf. So I just want you to realize that the ORP of Kangen water, in my opinion, is what makes it such a powerful health product, because it's working in conjunction with the other properties that we mentioned. But this right here is by far, I believe, the most powerful aspect of Kangen water. So let's move on to our next property, the second property. We talk about the human body being anywhere from 70 to 75% water. Well, you can look on the picture there. Look at your vital organs and how much water is comprised in those organs. Your lungs are about 80% water. Your liver, 72% water. Your lymph glands, 94% water. Your brain, 75% water. You're looking at a body that is primarily water. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever stopped to think about what kind of water you're putting in your body? I mean, think about it. You think about what kind of gas you put in your car, right? You don't want to put cheap gas in a brand new car. You think about what kind of oil you put in your motor. We think about all these things we do, but how about when it comes to our body, our health? So have you stopped to think for a moment that, hey, maybe you should put a little bit better water than you've been putting in the past? What I love about Kangen water is that not only is it an antioxidant, like we just learned, but it's a restructured water. It's microclustered. That's our second property. What does that mean? Well, if you haven't seen the video, okay, I'm not going to do it here, go to www.kangendemo.com. That's www.kangendemo.com. And when you go there, you'll see about a 20-minute presentation, and they'll show you how powerful this water is. But anyhow, when you talk about microclustering, Kangen water is so small in relation to other waters that the minute you drink it, it starts to hydrate your body on a cellular level. In other words, it doesn't just sit in your stomach like most waters. It actually hydrates you from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head, and that's why many people have reported their skin improvement, their memory gets better, they sleep better, and like I said, they lose weight, they eliminate more. There's so many benefits to just staying hydrated. So microclustered or restructured water, that's the second property to Kangen. The third and final property of the water is the alkaline. Now, why is it so important to be alkaline? Why is it so important for us to have an alkaline lifestyle? Well, the bottom line is this. You're either going to have an acidic lifestyle or you're going to have an alkaline lifestyle. Now, if you want to have an acidic lifestyle, don't change anything. Just keep doing what you're doing. Because 90% of America, okay, I'm assuming you live in America if you're watching this, or you could be watching it from a different country. But the point is that most people's diet is extremely acidic. What's acidity? Acidity comes from things like animal protein, beef, chicken, dairy, refined sugars, simple carbs, bread, tortillas, rice. Basically, everything that you love, okay, is pretty much acidic. So then what do you do to be alkaline? Well, there's many ways so you can do it. You can become a strict vegetarian. You can eat broccoli. You can eat cucumbers, spinach. You can eat leafy green vegetables, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or you can change your water. Now, what do you think I want to do? Okay, well, I want to do whatever's easy. So I decided to change my water. Now, you want to change your diet? I think that's a good thing. But why don't you start with changing your water? All right. Now, Dr. Otto Warburg in 1931 found out that cancer loves an acidic environment. Cancer thrives in an acidic environment. So if we know that, then what should we be doing? Well, Dr. Theodore Baruti, in his book called Alkalize or Die, he said in his book, quote, all disease, and he didn't specify any one disease. He said all disease comes from the same root cause, too much, guess what? Acidity. So the bottom line is that Kangen water is truly, truly the beverage of choice for anyone who wants to either A, regain their health, or B, maintain their health. And so the Kangen water, you can make the pH anywhere from 8.5 to 9.0, all the way to 9.5 on the drinking side. And just so you have a point of reference, the pH scale starts at 0 and it goes all the way to 14, and right in the middle is 7. So your body is slightly alkaline by nature. And for example, the pH of your blood is roughly 7.36. And so whenever that pH balance is thrown off a little bit, even by just a small fraction, your body will start to suffer the consequences. And that's why it's important to have an alkaline lifestyle. And I believe it all starts with the type of water we drink. Okay, so once again, if you haven't seen the video presentation, take a few minutes, watch it. It's www.kangendemo.com. So basically, I shared with you the 3 properties. If you want to do some more research on your own, I recommend this book from Dr. Hiromi Shinya, probably one of the leading endoscopists in the world. He's now recently retired from what I was told, but he has pioneered the colonoscopy procedure, the endoscopy. He's made technology that allows doctors to go in and to remove any kind of cancerous polyps and things like that. And Dr. Shinya, he gives Kangen water to his patients. And so for someone of his caliber, he's written this book called The Enzyme Factor. He talks about Kangen water specifically, I believe, in a couple of his chapters. And look what his book says. The Enzyme Factor, which by the way sold over 2 million copies worldwide, Look what it says there. Diet for the future that will prevent heart disease, cure cancer, and stop type 2 diabetes. Now, that's a pretty bold statement to put on a book. And I think he had to change that subtitle because, uh, you know, I guess you can't say that kind of stuff. But what's interesting about Dr. Shinya is that he truly believes in preventative health, and he talks about a specific diet. He talks about enzymes, and he talks about a certain type of water. Guess which one? Well, of course, Kangen. So anyhow, the Enzyme Factor, great, great book, very easy to read. Let me show you some pictures, and I apologize in advance for the graphic nature of this photo, but I think it's important for you to see what goes on in the human body when you're not properly eliminating your toxins. You can see here some of Dr. Shinya's patients. On the top left-hand corner, a woman who was severely constipated, 45-year-old, breast cancer, and after 3 months of drinking Kangen water and obviously changing her diet, you can see how nice and pink and healthy her colon is. On the lower left-hand side, you see a very dark colon. I believe this is a gentleman with prostate cancer, from what I was told. After 3 months of drinking Kangen water, look how the colon wall is now clean, it's healthy, and that's what you're supposed to look like on the inside. All right, so if you're not eliminating every day, okay, I'm talking about every day, you've got to be taking the garbage out every day, because if not, hey, you're asking for some major problems. And so I tell people the power of Kangen is not just the antioxidant and the alkaline and the hydration, but the detoxification. Okay, you ever think about this? Have you ever left the garbage out and you forgot to take it out on garbage day? And then the garbage sits there for a week. It's happened to me. I'm ashamed to admit it, but there's been times where I forgot to take the garbage out. My wife was yelling at me and says, "Hey, what happened? I thought it was Monday and it was a Tuesday." But the point is that the garbage sat for an entire week. And do you know what came as a result of that? What started to grow at the bottom of my garbage can? Worms and maggots and bugs and all kinds of nasty stuff. Well, guess what happens when you don't take the garbage out? I'm talking about now your body. Well, that's what's happening. When people don't detoxify, they don't eliminate. That's what happens with sickness and disease. Okay, so every day you need to drink Kangen water, and I would recommend you drink at least 2 to 3 liters a day, and if you can do more, better. Now, one last thing before I get into the business opportunity, and I think for all of us, I think we all want to do something that can make a difference in the world, yes, but we got to make a living too. Let me show you how powerful this opportunity can be for you. And Kangen water, even if it wasn't as affordable as it is, even if it cost 10 times more than what it actually cost, I would have still bought it, because you know what? Your health is priceless. But when I tell you how affordable this machine is, I'm telling you, there's no excuse why anyone shouldn't have this. But one last thing I'll talk about before I show you the machine and the cost and all those things. The pesticides on our foods is a serious problem here in America. They found out that most of our foods are heavily sprayed with oil-based pesticides. You look here on the chart here, you've got tomatoes. They found over 50 different cancer-causing pesticides. Cucumbers has over 30 different insecticides and herbicides. Parsley 46, pears 17 different pesticides. Even on our fish, on our eggs, our protein. What I'm saying is that if you think just by rinsing it under your kitchen sink you're getting rid of these chemicals, you're in for a shock, because you're not. And if you haven't seen the video, go and watch this presentation, www.kangendemo.com. Go watch it and see what happens when they clean the produce with this Kangen water. And so I just want to really encourage you, do your homework, do your due diligence. This technology is worth its weight in gold, and I'm telling you, everyone should have one. Anyhow, Uh, are you going to save money as a result? Absolutely. Okay, you're not going to be buying bottled water anymore. You won't need to buy sports drinks anymore. You won't need to buy these dangerous household cleaners anymore. The Kangen water system makes up to 7 different types of water that can replace many of these products that you have in your house. All right, so before you go off and look at other devices that claim to make this same type of water, let me just tell you that the Japanese technology that's inside these Kangen machines is light years ahead of the competition. The solid plate technology in the Kangen machines is basically a one-time buy. You never have to buy this machine again. It doesn't break down after 5 years and you have to go buy another one. I confess that my SD501 that I purchased way back in 2007, that's almost 8 years ago, actually now almost 9 years ago, it still works to this day. It works as if it was a brand new machine. And that's why I haven't invested in a Kangen 8 yet. I really want a Kangen 8. It looks really cool. And, I want to have the fancy digital display and all that, the fancy stuff. But the point I'm sharing with you is that the Kangen technology will last you a lifetime. When you buy inferior technology, when you buy these other products that are cheaply made, you look at the picture. On the right hand side, you see these mesh plates that are made with very cheap alloys, copper, aluminum, which is very toxic. Look what happens over time. 6, 7 months later, it breaks down, it disintegrates. And would you drink? Let me ask you a question. Would you drink from a machine that has plates like that on the right hand side? Okay, so when someone tells me, "Hey, I found a system that's half the price," well, you got a system that's half the price because it's half the machine. All right, I mean, actually, it's not even fair to say that. It doesn't even compare to Kangen technology. So enough about that. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Let's go to the price. Okay. The SD501 on the left-hand corner, that's been like our number one seller for the past 10 years. And that's still $3,980. It's been the same price. It's never gone up. It's a fabulous machine. You can finance it for less than 44 bucks a month. We have a special financing program here. We work with some in-house financing, and also we have third-party financing. So we can help you with that. The SD501 Platinum, which came out a few years ago, is basically the same thing. It just has a different exterior for people who want to match their kitchen and they want everything to look nice. You pay a few $100s more. That one's only $42.80. And then for an extra $700, you have the K8. That's $49.80. That's the brand new machine. It is the number one seller right now, and you can finance that as well for as low as 54 bucks a month. Okay, so let's just look at the cost effectiveness. If this technology, okay, let's say you invested in the Kangen 8, okay, $4,900, and let's say you just paid for it, right? Uh, let's assume it only lasted 15 years. And we know that this technology will last anywhere from 25 to 40. Okay, these machines are very, very well built. But let's assume it only lasted 15. Do you realize that the cost that you're buying that machine, okay, if it only lasted 15 years, you're paying less than $1 a day. Less than $1 a day. I mean, for your entire family. Do you understand? That's why I tell people it is so cost effective when you look at the big picture. Okay, obviously, yes, and there's health benefits and all that. But the bottom line is that uh, I believe this technology is worth a lot more than we're getting it for. And so now let's talk about how you can benefit by helping others. And this is why I love this project, because number one, everyone drinks water. Okay, it's the most consumed beverage on the planet. And number two, nobody wants to buy bad water after they see this video presentation. Okay, I'm telling you, I saw the demo 7 years ago, 8 years ago, and when I found out how bad bottled water is for me, I said, you know what? There's no way I'm going to drink this anymore. And so Now we get to help the environment. We don't have to buy, this plastic bottled water anymore. We save our health, we help our health. And now I'm going to show you how you can help your bottom line. You can help your finances. Okay, so let's talk about a couple ways you can win. Number one, if you become a distributor for Kangen, for Enagic, all you got to do is sign a W-8, a W-9. Okay, basically it's just a piece of paper says that you can now start earning commissions. Okay, it doesn't cost you anything to be a distributor. But let me tell you why you want to sign that W-9. Because when you sign that W-9, now the cost of the machine can actually be tax deductible. Okay, it's business equipment. So talk to your accountant about that. I've had many people who have told me that they were able to write the entire cost of their machine off. So if you become a distributor for Enagic, there's many benefits. Your meals, your entertainment, your travel expenses, all those things can be tax deductible. But let me show you the second reason why I think everyone should be a distributor. All right. This business is very simple. You don't have to be a great salesperson. You don't have to convince anyone. You just have to go out there, share the water with people, let the water do the convincing. Let me show you how powerful this is. Enagic is a global business opportunity. You're not limited to a particular region of the world or a certain hemisphere. You can be anywhere, and if somebody calls you, let's say you had a friend in Australia who wants to order a SD501. Well, guess what? We have an office in Australia. They just contact our local office in Australia. They give your name and your distributor number, and guess what? You get paid. So you can be in America, you have a customer in Australia, you made money. Let's say somebody calls you from Russia. We're opening up an office in Russia. They contact our office in Moscow or St. Petersburg, wherever it is. They contact the Enagic office there. They get their machine. You get paid here. I mean, look how powerful that is. Let's say you move to France. Can you still be a distributor in France? Absolutely. And you have friends here in America. One of your friends from San Francisco orders a machine. You're over in France, and Enagic has an office in Paris. So my point is that this is a global business opportunity, and you get a chance to be part of this. And the only requirement is that you have a system, a Kangen water system. That's it. So let me show you how this is making so many people lose sleep at night. Okay, when I first saw this opportunity, I couldn't believe it. I'll be honest with you. I could not believe. I said, "This is what I've been looking for my whole life." Uh, this Enagic product is going to be the next mega trend. Okay, now if you don't know what a mega trend is, you probably you have one in your purse or in your pocket. It's called an iPhone, okay, or an Android. All right, everyone has either one of those two. That's a mega trend. I mean, think about this. 20 years ago, nobody had cell phones. Only a few very wealthy people had them, and it used to cost $4 or $5 a minute to make a phone call. But now everyone has a cell phone. Even kids have cell phones. That's a trend. What else was a trend during the 80s? What was computers? Nobody had computers back in the 80s. Now everyone has laptops. They have tablets. They have, these are trends. What else was a trend? Microwave ovens. I know now everyone has them, but there was a time when nobody had microwaves. Now everyone has them. My point is that the Enagic technology is a global trend. My question to you is, wouldn't you want to be positioned in front of that trend instead of behind it? Because see, if you get positioned in front of that trend, that means that now you can benefit as a result of what's about to come. So let me share with you how powerful this opportunity is. Okay, number one, there's no fee for you to pay to become a distributor. All right, it doesn't cost you anything. The only requirement is that you have a Kangen water device in your home. That's it. There's no monthly qualification, so you don't have to keep buying product every month. I know a lot of people get turned off by these type of home-based businesses, network marketing, all that. We're not like that. You don't have to keep buying product every month. You don't have to buy coffee or skin products or juices or long distance service. None of that stuff, okay? You don't have to stock inventory. You don't have to pay annual license renewals. And by the way, accumulative sales, that means that Once you make a sale, it's always in your organization. You never lose it. It's not like these other companies where if your customer doesn't order for a certain amount of time, they get kicked out. It's not like that. So we have accumulative sales, international sponsoring, and the company pays in over 9 different ways. I'm not going to show you all 9 ways because it'll take forever, but I am going to show you two. Actually, I'll show you 3 of the ways that you can make some huge income with this opportunity. And by the way, the company calculates commissions daily. All right, so you don't have to wait once a month or once every 2 weeks. The company pays daily. So how'd you like to get paid daily? All right, so here, let's do it. I'm going to show you quickly. I appreciate your patience, and I really hope that you're seeing the big picture here. Now, Enagic has done something unprecedented. Never in the history of home-based business or network marketing has anyone patented a compensation plan. All right. I've looked at many companies. I've looked at many different systems. No one has ever patented a compensation plan. All right. And if you don't believe me, go find one. Okay. There isn't any. Why is this so unique? Because it is such a powerful way of rewarding the distributors. Every time a machine or product is sold, Mr. Oshiro has set aside 8 points of commission. Now, what does that mean? That means that instead of paying a celebrity like, LeBron James or Jennifer Lopez or, some athlete, Tiger Woods, whoever, instead of paying somebody to advertise and say that they drink this water, you know what? Enagic wants us, you and me, to be that voice, to go out there, to share our story, our personal testimony, to share our experience with people, and to share the water with people. And this is why Enagic has been so successful, because it's real life, people that are sharing the benefits of this water with others. And so here Enagic has done something that no other company has done. They've paid back an unprecedented over 70% commission back to the field. To be exact, it's 72%. I believe it's the highest in the Direct Seller Association. So let me just clarify that. Of every dollar that Enagic brings in, they pay back out to you, to the field, 72 cents. Okay, that is enormous. So let's look at the comp plan. What is this famous 8-point that everyone talks about? Well, here you have it. In this example, we're going to talk about the Kangen 8. Here in America, it costs $4,980. In that price tag, there's 8 points of commission. All right, so let's pretend you cut a piece of pie into 8 slices, and that's exactly how many points there are. No more, no less. All right, so every time a machine, whether it's the K8 or the ST501, there's points that are paid out. Here, each point is worth $340. All right, so unlike traditional network marketing where you have to go recruit people, and you may have been approached with one of these businesses where they say, oh, all you got to do is get 2 people and help them get 2, and they tell you that it's so easy, right? Well, the reality is that most people get burned by those pyramids, okay? Because the only guy who makes money, let's be honest, is the guy at the top. What I love about Enagic, it's a hybrid. It has the benefit of the leverage of building a team, but you also get paid by just going out and making referrals. So that's what's called direct sales. You can make a direct sale by helping somebody, and if they in turn go out and tell someone else, you get an override. So those are the 2 primary ways that you will make money, okay? Number 1, when you go out there, make a referral, you help somebody, they change their water, they change their life, and now you get a commission. But when that person goes out and tells somebody, and they ended up, as a result of that, getting another machine, now you get an override. All right, so isn't that nice? You got paid for something you didn't do. I love that. So now watch how this works. Let me give you a real case scenario. All right, so here you are at the top. I want you to imagine that you have your Kangen 8 machine, and obviously you're using it, you love it, you're feeling great, you're cleansing every day, you're spraying it on your skin, you're washing your vegetables, you're doing all the stuff the machine can do, okay? And you have one person that you shared the water with, okay? Let's say it's a friend, a neighbor of yours. Well, that neighbor of yours ends up getting a K8 because they saw yours, and Enagic will send you a nice thank you check of $340. That's one piece of the pie. All right. So let's say that that person's name is Bill. All right. So Bill has a Kangen 8 and you have a Kangen 8. But now, because Bill had phenomenal health benefits as a result of drinking Kangen water, Bill goes out and tells a few of his friends. So now Bill, by accident, sells a few machines. Do you think he's going to get a thank you check from Enagic? Absolutely. But guess what? Because you brought Bill in, every time Bill makes a sale, you're going to get a check as well. So let's pretend that Bill, in his first month, he helps 10 people. Can you believe that you're going to get 10 envelopes in the mailbox with $340 for each envelope? Isn't that amazing? Now, are you going to stop at Bill? Absolutely not, because you have other friends, obviously, that need water. Maybe they're looking for better health, or maybe they're looking for an opportunity and they're interested in the business. Either way, there's so many people that need to obviously hear about this project. So now, let's say your second friend is John. John is he's a go-getter. He likes to talk to people. He likes anything that's new. He saw that you have a Kangen machine. He says, "Hey, I want one." So now John gets one, and guess what shows up in your mailbox? Another check for $340. So here you have two friends of yours you introduced. Bill, the first guy, your neighbor, and then John, okay, the second guy. I think I said John. So let's just say Bill and John. So now John and Bill, they're tied to you forever. All right? Forever. That means whenever they do something or someone in their organization does something, you get an override. And here's the best part. As they go out and they're promoting and they're sharing this technology with others, you're getting rewarded every single time. But watch what happens on your next sale. On your third personal sale, Enagic gives you a raise. And they say, hey, instead of giving one piece of the pie, from this point on, we're going to give you two pieces of the pie. And so now, let's say that this is Denise. And Denise is your third personal recruit, your personal sale, whatever you want to call it. So Denise gets her K8. You now get 2 points. And what's 2 points? Well, that's 340 times 2 is 680. So now you have Bill in your first line, John in your second line. Those are always going to get you 340. But now Denise, she's in your 2A leg. And the same thing, basically, it's the same exact thing. Denise goes out, she helps other people, and every time she generates a sale, you get a check for $680. So now you've helped how many people personally? 3. That's it. Bill, John, and Denise. But think about this. Are they going to stop talking to people about this water? Honestly, ask yourself that. You see, that's why I believe that this is so powerful, because you don't have to be there anymore. Now you've got a team of distributors, and it doesn't matter if they're in your town or on the other side of the world. Anytime they help others and they sell a Kangen system, you get paid. All right? Isn't this beautiful? So now as your organization grows, you basically, the rest is simple. When you have a total of 10 group sales or more, your next personal sale will activate your 3A leg, and now you get, guess how many pieces of the pie? 3. Okay, which is $1,020 per sale. And of course, I'm using the example of the K8. So here you have your fourth sale. This will be Eric. Eric's in your 3A leg. And every time Eric makes a sale, or anyone in his group makes a sale, you get 3 points or $1,020. So you can see this is a massive, massive income that you're making, not only from Eric, but from your other legs as well, Bill, John, Denise, etc. And some, by the way, some of these people that are buying the Kangen machine, you may never meet them. Okay, it's amazing how this starts to grow so fast. And you know, I have thousands of people in my organization now, and I wish I knew them all. I don't. But the bottom line is that this is a great product because it just spreads by itself. Okay, it sells itself. When you get a total of 20, now you move up. on your very next sale, you activate your 4A leg. And here you have Janet. Let's say Janet signs up. She bought the machine for health reasons, and she had a phenomenal story to tell people. The water helped her. So now Janet, she's in your 4A leg. She came in. You got a check for $1,360 when Janet got her machine. But now anything in her organization, obviously you get up to $1,360. So let's pretend Janet, because of her powerful story and how Kangen water helped her, she makes 10 sales this month. Basically, you get over $13,000 in your mailbox because of something Janet did. All right. Do you see how powerful this is? I tell you, when I saw this, I couldn't sleep for like 2 nights. I was like, it was blowing my mind. I said, this is unbelievable. I was wondering, is it legal? I said, is this legal? And my friend told me, they said, well, this is how companies advertise. They said they spend millions of dollars advertising and all these billboards and all these commercials. What Enagic has done, they saved all that money and they pay it back to us. And that's why people are making so much money with Enagic, because all of the marketing is done by us. And so anyhow, let's just finish this real quick. There's only 2 levels left. After you have a total of 50 group sales, by the way, don't think that you have to sell all 50, okay? Bill could have sold 10, John sold 10, maybe Denise sold 15, Eric sold a few. The point is that when your team gets to a total of 50, now your next direct sale is your 5A or your 5-point. And that is some massive income. That means that if somebody comes in on a 5A leg, that you're making $1,700 per K8 that's sold. So let's say Andre comes in and your 5A leg, you get a check for $1,700 from Andre's machine, but Andre goes out, helps 10 people his first month, you get 10 envelopes, and inside each envelope is a nice thank you check for $1,700. You made $17,000. You think that this is not happening? You'd be shocked at how quickly people are investing in this technology because it works. It helps them. It helps their mom, their dad, their brother. I had one lady who bought the Kangen machine because of what it did for her dog. Okay, so even animals are benefiting from this amazing technology. All right. The last level is called a 6A. Everyone wants to get here. And I think anyone can get here. It just takes a little work, obviously. It takes, you got to go out, you got to talk to people. And if you're good at talking to people, if you're good at helping people, I guarantee you'll have no problem getting the 6A. To get to 6A means you need 100 people in your team, and on your next direct sale, now you become a 6A. And here you're making some major income. You're talking about $2,040 on a K8. So let's say Frank comes in, he's your 101st sale. You got $2,040 from Frank. And once again, let's use a quick example. He goes out, he sells 10 his first month. You get 10 checks of $2,040. That's over $20,000. All right. So I hope I got your attention with that, okay? And I'm sorry I'm going fast, but I wanted to do this just so you have a good understanding of what this can mean for you, all right? When you become a 6A, there's no limit to how many legs you can open now. You can open a 6A leg in France if you want. You can open up a 6A leg in Germany. You can open up a 6A leg in Boston. You can open up a 6A leg in Vancouver, Canada. It doesn't matter. Anywhere in the world where somebody invests in the Kangen machine, as long as they put your distributor number on the application, you get paid. And people say, well, what happens after the 8 points? Because you said there's only 8 points that are paid. What about, if, Bill gets a point and Denise and all these people get points and there's nothing left? Well, as a 6A, here's the good news. Once you hit 6A, the company pays you what's called an educational bonus, and that's to infinity. So it doesn't matter if even 10,000 people outside of your 8 points, even after all the 8 points are gone, and you're going way, way, way down, I'm talking about, some serious debt, you still get paid $200 unlimited. Okay, doesn't matter how far down. And that's a bonus that is obviously huge if you understand the power of team building. So we're talking some major, major money. All right. I'm not going to talk about the bonuses. It's a lot of money, and the person who uh, introduced you to this, they can tell you more about our bonus plan. But basically, there's a retirement plan and Magic offers, which is unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this. It's just massive, massive, massive income. And you want to talk about something stable, something that's going to be here after we're all gone. Okay, this is a company that's been around for over 40 years, and I'm looking forward to the next 40 years because this company is just changing people's lives. So anyhow, very exciting stuff. Before we finish, I just wanted to encourage you, if you haven't read um, the book by Robert Kiyosaki. A lot of people know about the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Take a look at that book. Okay, take a look at it. It can change your life. And basically, the premise of the book is you can either work for someone else the rest of your life, okay? And if you want to do that, that's fine. If you want to make money by working for someone else, hey, there's a lot of hardworking people. They love working for someone else, and that's great. But the reality is that it's very hard to get wealthy that way. Okay, 95% of America is basically in that situation. They're working for someone else. That's what's called an employer. Now, there's another percentage of America that is self-employed. And that's a great thing to do, to have your own business. You could own a restaurant. Maybe you're a construction worker. Maybe you're a gardener. Maybe you're a dentist. Whatever. You're self-employed, and it sounds nice to say, "Hey, I own a business." But the reality is that many people think they own a business. The reality is their business owns them, because if they're not there, pretty much the business stops. Okay. So even if you're a doctor, a nurse, a gardener, a contractor, a pet groomer, whatever, if you're not there, you don't get paid. So that's the left side of what's called the cash flow quadrant. Okay, you're either an employee or a self-employed or solo show, they call it. Okay, the left side. I encourage you to get away from that. Okay, take a look at the right side of this corner of this square. Okay, you want to be on the right side. Why? Because if you're in the B section, that's called business owner, that means you own a system. You own a business that is run by a system. Okay, have you ever heard of a franchise? Okay, like a McDonald's. Okay, well, guess what? The owner of that franchise doesn't have to be there for him to make money. Okay, yeah, he hires people, he hires some kids to, cook the food and all that. But the bottom line is that he has a system, and that system pays him. He's a business owner. He doesn't have to be there to make money. Okay, that's where you want to be. And I'm telling you, I looked at so many different opportunities, but when I saw how powerful Enagic is and what a low startup cost, I mean, honestly, I get a global franchise for under $5,000. Okay, think about that. And so, but I encourage you, even if you don't do this, I hope you do Enagic, because I'm telling you, it'll change your life. But even if you don't, find something that will pay you even when you're not working, okay? And then later, when you start making that money, then you go to that bottom right-hand side, which is called the investor, and you start investing. And I'm telling you, investing is powerful, okay? You can invest in real estate. You can invest in precious metals. You can invest in stocks, okay? You can invest in a lot of things. But let me tell you, what I found is the best investment you can ever make. Invest in yourself, but invest in people, okay? Invest in people. And I'm telling you, it is the greatest return when you go out there and you make a difference in people's lives, okay? So cash flow quadrant, I just wanted to show that with you. I thought that's an eye-opener for me, and maybe if you haven't read the book, take a look at it, all right? What's the secret? How is everyone making so much money? I want to know. Well, here it is. These are the few things that people do. Number one, share the water. All successful Enagic distributors, they share the water. Why? Because the water's powerful. It does all the convincing. Number two, share the information. This video is powerful. I'm telling you, you show this to somebody, if they watch it, I can guarantee you 90% of of their decision will be made by the time they call you. Okay, so share information. We have DVDs, we have pamphlets, we have flyers and brochures. We have so many things available now in so many languages. Live demonstration, I believe that that's a very powerful part of it. If you learn how to do a real quick 5-10 minute demonstration like the one you saw on www.kangendemo.com, learn how to do a live demo. I'm telling you, it's powerful. Follow up, duplicate, and last but not least, have fun. If you're not having fun in life, look at the picture on the screen. Do those people look like they hate their job? Okay. Actually, I know those people. One of them is my father-in-law, Da Vinci, and he's from the Philippines. He's going to the Philippines now to take this message of health and hope to his people in the Philippines. And the lady next to him, she's in the middle. She's a housewife, military housewife. Her husband's in the military. She's one of the top people in our company now. She had 0 sales experience. My point is that this is a project that you can have tons of fun in. You can help people, and you can truly make a difference. All right. So I really appreciate you taking the time. I know you're busy, but I'm telling you, I really believe that if you're looking at something that can change your life, you found it. Okay. So here's my advice to you. Change your water. Change your water. Okay. And